All right, so I have been riding for a good 20, I'd say 20 minutes on the Pinellas Trail here in Florida. This is the most beautiful part I want to show to you. This is called the, I had to look this up. I didn't even know what this water was called. This is just 20 minutes away from my home. This body of water is called I can't even remember. The Bayou, Long Bayou Inlet. Yeah, Long Bayou Inlet. It's really beautiful. So we're gonna take a little ride across there. There's like a KOA campground at the other side, and then I turn around and go back home. So this is a really beautiful Sunday morning at like 9:30 a.m. or so. Just gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful October morning here in Florida. And so let's go for a little ride here. And I'm not on a high I'm not in one of these racer bikes or something, so I just cruise along. A lot of people that pass me up are people on e-bikes, which I can't stand. So anyway, I went 20 minutes. There were 2 hills on the way, so this is a nice sort of a long bike ride for me. Alright, let's shift down a little bit here. Shift down one more notch. Here's where it gets really nice. Gorgeous day today for the Long Bayou Inlet. I didn't even know this was called, and I've lived in Florida for like 25 years. I mean, probably from your view, it's probably pretty boring. Probably all you can see is the fence. But, you can see the water out there. So this is like the Key West of where I live. And the wind is pretty strong too, so that's why I'm breathing pretty hard, harder than normal. When I turn back, I'll just stop somewhere here and put the camera around in a 360 so you can see the gorgeous view. Just a couple more minutes to the crossing, to the end. A lot of boaters here too. All right, I love the hard breathing. I love to at least to know that I'm working myself in some way or shape or form. All right, so we're over the inlet on the way to the KOA campground. Yeah, the wind is actually pretty strong today. I've been going mostly against the wind all that way. Or mostly against the wind, it feels like. So here is the KOA campground. Looks like a nice place, actually. Nice place to stay. Okay, so let's turn around here. Alright, so basically when I go this way, if I go all the way to the KOA campground, that's sort of it'll be kind of a long day for me. I don't usually go this far, but I thought since it's Sunday, I'll make Sunday my long day. So I guess all the way to there, because I could say a good 25. I didn't even time it. I'm not looking at the clock or anything. I'd say probably a good at least 25 minutes, maybe close to 30 minutes. Now I'm on my way home. So the full ride I think is about 50 minutes or so, I think. So I'm not going to take you on the 50 minutes. You don't want to see that. But let's go back over the Long Bayou Inlet. And then I'm going to stop there in the middle, take the camera off my handlebar, and I'm going to show you the beautiful scenery here. You know, that's another thing I can't stand. There's nobody around. Like there's no one else on bikes or pedestrians. No one else. I'm on the extreme right, and this guy comes on my left, and on your left. He doesn't have to yell on your left when there's no one around and I'm staying in my lane. That is really, really annoying. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. slow down here, come to a halt on the extreme right so nobody will hit me. All right, here we are. This fence annoys me. I wish, here, I'll lift it up over the fence. I'm lifting it up like, so here we go. That's Seminole. So I don't think I told you where we just were, where I just was at KOA Campground, which is in that direction there. That is Seminole, Florida. And then we go around here. This is the Long Bayou Inlet here. And that's the other side. The other side, which I'll get to in a few more minutes, is technically St. Petersburg, Florida, but I think it's one of the suburbs of St. Petersburg. And here is a view from the other side here. Just an absolutely gorgeous day here. October day, early October day in Pinellas County, Florida. Just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so here we go. I was about halfway over the bridge here. Let us complete the journey to go back over the Long Bayou Inlet. Like I said, that's weird. I've lived basically in this sort of area of Florida for 25 years. And although I used to live more up North County, this is more sort of in the southern part of the county right here. Well, when I first moved to Florida, I lived in more of the northern county area, which is about 30-minute drive north. Seminole is about like halfway there or so, or maybe a third of the way there to where I used to live in more northern area of Florida. And you know, they're talking about real estate. The real estate is much cheaper. You get much more house for much less price in the northern area, the northern county here. In the south, it's pretty expensive. It's like Grand Central Station here, you know? And everyone thinks they have the right of way. I just stay on the extreme right. Let these hot shots pass me. All right, so there we go. And we made it over the Long Bayou Inlet Bridge in Pinellas County. Now approaching the first of the two hills on the way home. On the way I had these two hills, so now I have to go over them again going back. I like to put it on just a really low gear and just take it slowly. I don't like to burn myself out on hills. You know, a lot of people just burn themselves out. They try to go all the way, all out, 100%. I like to just, okay, I'm going to put it down to this is like this must be first gear. It's either first or second gear. It's really low. So I'm going like a snail's pace, but I'm going very consistently, and when I get to the top, I won't even be breathing that hard. See, I'm not even breathing that hard. There we go, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. in Florida. people with noisy motorcycles. All right, so see, I'm at the top of that hill. I was in like, I don't know, like really low gear, like first or second gear, going really consistently. And I'm not even breathing that hard. I mean, breathing sort of hard, but I didn't burn myself out. So now up here, there's another hill coming up. Actually, this is great. I'm getting a great workout today. All the stores change here so quickly. I mean, this whole lighthouse place here on the corner is like pathetic looking now. I don't know, there's this whole sort of mall area over here. It's like, it's all out of business. This whole mall to the left, called Lighthouse Crossing Mall, it's like totally abandoned. Here, I'll ride in the parking lot and show you. Alright, so here we go. This is, oh, they have it all chained off, so you can't go in the parking lot anymore. But this was, that right there in front of me used to be a Walmart, actually a pretty large Walmart. And then all of this area over here, this whole strip mall area here, was all booming, like just a few years ago, all booming. This parking lot was full all the time. This whole area, this whole strip mall was doing great business like as little as 10 years ago. Now it's like pathetic. I don't know what they're going to build here now. Maybe apartments or I don't know. Maybe some the big people will move in. I don't know. So anyway, the whole place is just like, it's creepy looking because just 10 years ago, it was like, you know, business was booming. I used to go to that Walmart all the time. Now this is a store right in front of me here, where the music is coming from on my right here. They're booming in business. That's one business that's prospering during these times. And you know what that business is? E-bikes. So they're a major e-bike seller here. They're doing great business, while the mall right across from them is dead. It's interesting. So that's what happens when you're an entrepreneur and you get involved in the e-bike business. I guess that's a good business to be in now. Maybe I'll open an e-bike business. Okay, so I'm back in like first gear. This is a particularly long hill here. This is actually longer than the other one. I'm like in first gear, not burning myself out. I'm just going at a nice slow turtle's pace, but still keeping it consistent. Breathing a little bit hard, but not too bad. I remember, you know, years ago, I used to always try to burn myself out on hills. I don't know why. It was like, sort of, I felt like there was no other option, you know, but I guess, I don't know, part of getting older is you just learn how to take things a little slower, I guess. God, it's gorgeous today. Beautiful. Probably like in the mid 70s, maybe 72. All right, here we are at the top of this hill. This is the last hill for the day. And here we go down. I mostly just coast down. I try not to show off or anything. That's a fun hill. You can just coast all the way down that. All right, back on solid ground here on the way home. Actually, on a good day, or when I feel like it, I did it actually a couple times. Like last week, I would go for a good bike ride, like 30 minutes or so. And then right after, I'd just do like 30 minutes of walking. That was a great workout. And I was like sore the next day. 30 minutes of walking with some little bit of jogging mixed in, slow jogging. Not that much, but a little bit. So 30 minutes of bike riding, followed by a 30-minute walk with a little bit of jogging. That's a good workout. I mean, for somebody in their 60s. I mean, I guess for anybody at any age. But especially for older people. I mean. That's where the riffraff hang out. There's these places here where they always hang out. Riffraff. Think of the song by AC/DC. Riffraff.
Slight right to stay on Pinellas Trail.
Now, what is he thinking? I ring my bell. I have a bell on the bike for a reason. He moves. I know, he must be from another country. He's supposed to move to the right. He moves to the left. He's probably like, I think he was from like an African country that uses British driving or something. Well, you have to be on the, used to going on the left instead of right. I love this straightaway here. This is great. Nice shade, nice trees. Going at a cruising pace. Yeah, I can't believe how beautiful it is. This is the most beautiful day it has been probably all year. I mean, in terms of it having sunshine, but not having it be so hot. It's very rare that you get sunshine in Florida and it's like under 80. It's a full day of sunshine and it's way under 80. I don't even think it's close to 80 today here. Gorgeous. It's like October 7th or something like that. Can't even remember. I guess that's why everyone moves to Florida. For one reason, at least. Another one is if you have a business, like your own business, a small business, you don't have to pay state. There's no state income tax in Florida. One of the 7 states to not require state income tax. Alright, so there's some classic car show going on here. Oh, there's some cool looking cars. That's cool. So if I were like a 60 or 70 something guy, which I am, the former, and I were like into cars, I'd be in that place. I don't know, I'm not a car person. I mean, I enjoy looking at them, they're nice, but I've never owned one, and I'm not the type that goes to car shows, although it's probably fun. Maybe I should go to a car show sometime. Anyway, there were some cool looking cars there. It was just like a little parking lot. And like I've said before, I'm not really into tracking mileage. I mean, I don't know, I guess I could if I wanted to. I'm just not really into it. I just like to go for an extended period of time, like 30 minutes or something. I think minimum 30 minutes a day. About that. This ride today, that's about a 50-minute ride. So I spared you about 25 minutes on that one. But here, I'm back from my, it's probably a good 50-minute ride. I don't know how many miles that is. I don't really care. I guess there's two types of people. Those who need to track everything and need to know everything about everything nowadays, you know, with See, everybody has to know everything about everything. And then there's the types of people that could really care less about any of that. Tracking. I don't know. I remember I went a whole year once. I think I went like a whole year tracking my calories. This is a long time ago, not like recently, like with the carnivore stuff I was doing and stuff. It was, no, years ago, like even before basically almost before the internet, really. I remember I went a whole entire year, and actually it actually worked. I was very disciplined. I actually tracked my calories for a whole entire year, and I was aiming for like 1,700 on average a day, and I calculated, I don't know, it's like I lost a great amount of weight. In 1 year, I lost like 17 pounds. I mean, that's pretty good for 1 year, consistent weight loss. So that was achieved by calorie counting and calorie reducing. I actually did that. I was like in my 40s when I did that. Anyway, I'm back home. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful bike ride in beautiful sunny Florida. I'll see you in the next bike ride.